Okay, let's spend some time talking about some ideas that may help in understanding the way men heal and the way some women who use the masculine side would heal. And the first thing that really is on the list is respect. Respect is a key word. Now, why is respect a key word? Think back to the times we talked about the dominance hierarchy, the times we talked about men living in a hierarchy where they're thinking about where they are in that hierarchy, above or below X, Y, Z. And imagine that someone placed them in a position in the hierarchy that was lower than they thought. That they would see as disrespectful. Now imagine if they placed them at the right level or maybe even a little bit above, that would feel okay. Think too about if someone they see below them in the hierarchy tells them what to do, what's that going to do? Rather than if someone above them in the hierarchy tells them what to do. Think about the armed forces. If you're a sergeant in the Army and a private tells you, the sergeant, what to do, how are you going to respond to that? Now consider you're a sergeant and the captain tells you what to do. You feel the difference? Now in relationships, men usually, it's been my perception anyway, that men will usually see their partner as an equal, not someone who is above or below them. So they expect people above them to tell them what to do. They do not expect people below them or on equal level to tell them what to do. So this creates trouble because what happens? Men, when they're told what to do, they feel disrespected if it comes from an equal or someone below them in the hierarchy. Let's tell a story to illustrate this. You know, have you ever seen two women move a couch? Think about it. Have you ever seen two women move a couch? What happens when two women move a couch from one room to the next room? What happens? It's been my experience that when two women move a couch, they take that couch and they move it from one room to the other, but they do it by talking. They talk about it. Okay, honey, you're in up and over to the left. Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, let's go to the right, to the right. Okay, now, oh, watch your hand, right? They get the couch where it needs to go, but they do it through communication and through talking. They tell each other what's happening, and to women oftentimes this is their goal. I mean, this is what they want to share, and by sharing they get the job done. Now, have you ever seen two men move a couch? Think about it. What happens when two men move a couch? Well, what usually happens in the ones that I've seen are that they monosyllabically get the couch through the hole. They grunt and they groan, but they don't tell the other guy what to do. They'll go, okay, yep, okay, yep, ready, okay, right? Have you seen that before? The two men tend to use monosyllables to get the couch through because they're not going to tell their buddy, hey, get your hand up there, right? Because that would be disrespectful to them. They're equals. Now, you ever seen a man and a woman move a couch? Think about it. What happens? They both do what they naturally, usually do. The woman treats him like she would have the girlfriend, and she tells him, okay, you're in up and over to the left. And he puts the couch down. He says, don't tell me what to do. And he walks off. Now, can you see what we're talking about here? You see, the men react to that as if it is insulting, as if they have been told what to do by someone who has no business telling them what to do. And in a hierarchy, this makes a big difference. Women scratch their heads and they say, what did I do? I didn't do anything. But they did something in that they, in his mind, they disrespected him. Okay? Now there's kind of a correlate with getting feelings hurt. How many times have you seen in a couple, the man will say something without even knowing that it's a problem, and the woman reacts as if she's terribly hurt and gets very upset, and he's like, what did I do? In the same kind of way the woman might say, what did I do about the respect thing? And then the man has to go through all kinds of hoops to make her happy again, right? And so women need to keep in mind, and men sometimes too need to keep in mind, that they need to be conscious of this hierarchy thing. They need to be able to be aware of it and to treat someone in a way that they can understand. You know, the men will understand camaraderie. They'll understand doing it shoulder to shoulder, doing it together. They will probably understand it less if someone's pointing at them, telling them to get the job done now. Right? So, The importance of all this is that when men feel as though they are respected, they are much more likely to open. Because, as we said before, people don't open up. People don't talk about what's bothering them until they feel safe. Men feel safe when they are respected, just like women feel safe when they know they are cared for. So the more we can do to help women feel cared for and to help men feel respected, the more we're going to facilitate this kind of opening. And one little tip about that is that if you want to help a man feel respected, admire him. Admiration is the fuel for respect. When you admire a man, it helps him to feel a certain safety. He knows he doesn't have to try and do something else in order to get you to think he's doing okay. You know, when you admire him, he starts to feel good. He feels a certain satisfaction, right? If the admiration is correct, and certainly don't say anything admiring someone else unless you truly mean it from the heart. But once we can admire men, they'll open and then they feel safe. What does a man do? As soon as you admire him, you know, I really admire the way you did X, Y, Z. What's the first thing he's going to tell you? He's going to say, you know, thank you, but I could do better at that. He's going to tell you how he wasn't quite hitting the mark. He's going to open up about his flaws once you admire him. So you see how it works? Admiration brings safety, which then it's safe for him to say, oh yeah, you know, I could work on this, that, and the other. So for men and the masculine grievers, respect is a key thing to start with.